So first thing first, we're gonna load the data into our Power BI. So our data being uploaded. So yeah, so this is the data which we are going to visualize. So let's click on load. It's taking some time. So first thing first, let's build our first visualization, which is going to be line chart. Okay, so line chart is over here, through which we're gonna visualize centuries over the time. So let's click on the data set. We got date in the x-axis. Let's do it only year, remove month, day. And in the y-axis, let's have the century number count. Okay, so as you can see, Virat Kohli scored 11 centuries 2018, 11 in 17, 4 in 15, 8 in 14. Okay, so yeah, so first visualization is done. Now let's move on to the second visualization, which is going to be centuries against the opponent. For this, I'm going to use clustered or simple bar chart. Let's use clustered bar chart. Okay, and in the y-axis, I'm going to have the opponent, and in the x-axis, of course, I'm going to have the century. So you can see he scored more centuries against Australia, that is 16. So now let's move on to the third visualization, which is donut chart. So over here, we can visualize match result. Okay. So for this, I'm going to use result in the legend. And in the values, I'm going to have number, which is century. So like when he scored a century, what was the result, right? So 68.75% chance has been like the team India won. So whenever he scored a century, 68.75% the team India won, which is quite good. Okay, so now let's move on to our next visualization. Let's keep it fast. Let's keep the momentum fast. Okay, so this is because this is a very beginner dashboard. Okay, the only usable thing you can learn over here is like how to use the interface altogether, and of course the slicer part, which I'm gonna add on, later on. So in this particular bar chart, let's use the clustered one. Okay, so I'm gonna have we got venue, we got ground over here, right? So let's do visualize like whether Virat Kohli scored more centuries at home, away, or at like so-called neutral venues. Okay, so let's click on ground. In the y-axis, I'm gonna have ground, perfect, and in the x-axis, of course, I'm gonna have the centuries, which is going to be count, not count distinct, just count. So at home, he scored 37 centuries, away 36, neutral 6. Okay, so yeah, so let's do one thing. Uh, yeah, so let's do one thing. Let's have a KPI card now. Okay, so let's have card over here. Okay. Yeah, perfect. So let's have total number of centuries depicted over here, which is 80. That's okay. And let's have another KPI. Uh, let's have a slicer now, I guess. So over here, let's have let's depict like the highest score. Okay. highest score. Perfect. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's add the slicer now. Okay. Which is very important over here. Let's click on slicer. Okay. Let's depict against, like with, against which particular opponent Virat Kohli scored a century, or what exactly his performance is, or the number of centuries he scored, you know. So that's what we can depict through this slicer. So yeah, perfect. So let's put it over here. Okay. And so let's change the visualization aspect of this dashboard, as we have done the key part. So okay, so let's start by slicer. Let's change different color. Okay. Visual border on, keeping it white, rounded corners, 2x, shadow on, keeping it white. Perfect. Slicer header, no values, white, keeping it Arial black, my favorite font. Okay. Going to general, switching the title, opponent, switching to Arial black, my favorite font, keeping it white, aligning it in center. And let's change, make it drop down. Perfect. Now it looks good. Now doing something similar with this, going to effect, changing it black. What was the transparency over here? 32. Let's have 32 everywhere. Visual border on, keeping it white, rounded corners, 2x, keeping it white. Okay, okay, okay. And going to visual, keeping it white, category level off, and title on, which is highest score or top score. Keeping it Arial black, keeping it white, aligning it in center. Just a little change. Hmm, perfect. Something similar over here. Going to general, going to effect, keeping it yellow, keeping it okay, and 32, visual border on, keeping it white, making it 18px, shadow is going to be white. Perfect. Now going to visual, category label off, keeping it white, making it Arial black, my favorite font. Okay, all good, I guess. Right. Title, yes. Total centuries, making it white, making it Arial black, keeping it center. Okay. Okay. So similar change I'm gonna make with the key visualizations as well. Okay. So centuries by venue, keeping it Arial black, keeping it white. But let's first change the effect, making it blue. 35 perfect visual border on, keeping it white, keeping it okay. Width 2x, shadow white, all good. Now keeping it white, making it Arial black. Let's remove it. Let's keep things clean. Okay. Now let's change the color to white. Perfect. Similar over here. Visual border on, shadow on, 2x, keeping it white. Okay. Making it white. Okay. Now all looks okay, I guess. Right. Hmm. You can change the color if you want. But I think let's leave it like that. Okay. So now let's do similar changes with the rest of the visualizations, making it white. Hmm. Okay. Change the bar color to white. Okay. So now let's keep the title white. Centuries against opponent, making it my favorite. Arial black, keeping it center. Perfect. Similar with this particular dashboard. Go into effects. Okay, visual border on. Color white, rounded corner 20. Width 2x. Shadow white. Perfect. Now x-axis values of title of, y-axis values of title of. Let's keep it very minimalistic and change the line color to white. Perfect. And now change the title centuries by here. Okay. Now keeping it Arial black, making it white, keeping it center. Perfect. Now it's all great. Now let's resize it. Make all cards of similar size. Perfect. So now let's do one thing. Let's change the background and let's add a few PNGs as well. Okay, to give more aesthetic feel to this particular dashboard. This one looks okay. So I've added a few PNGs over here. So, and this is the final result. And you can add PNGs and change background as per your own liking. So that's it. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you.